Get to 100 number, come on. Come on, ain't got no time for that. Ain't got no time for... Hey, rocket silos just... Oh my god! Hi, big green biter bastages. Oh, okay. We need to... Well, I was gonna go park this on Killbox 4, but seeing as we just finished rocket silos... Ha, look at that, rocket silos, baby! It opened up this whole slew of items. Now, this is, well, as it says there, allows you to launch a rocket into space and win the game. Cool. These rockets also have satellites, which we have to build, which are expensive as all dickholes. And the parts to build the rocket are expensive as all dickholes too. But the reason I researched that right now, we're not going to build this quite yet, is to gain access to the rocket fuel, which, combined with something else I'll show you very shortly, we actually need to send this train off. It needs to go to Killbox 4. Killbox 4, time passed, let's say... Wow, I don't know. 180 seconds? 3 minutes? Sound right to you? Sounds right to me. Fuck it. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Works for me. Go to Killbox 4. Don't go to Killbox 3. Head over to Killbox 4, and don't die. I'm actually... Oh, check out. Here's something I can do here. I can go into my trains, open this trains thing, and notice how I can't see what's around unless I hit color. And now I can see what's going on around it. Also, I noticed an inherent design flaw in my kill boxes. Oh look, I can zoom out on it too. Oh god, cool. I didn't even know that. You'll notice this has been over here for a while. Sorry for the window and the tininess of it. Those are all dead biters around that. Yeah, there's a lot of biters over there. By over there, I mean where Killbox 4 is. Killbox 4 is way the fudge over here. You'll notice the missing drones, or missing items thing here. I have the tracks built out basically to those blue dots. I just kept extending track and killing nests. Okay, so okay, look, let me go down to where I want to go down to, and let me show you something. So I spent the better part of 4 hours priming this nuclear setup here. I went over this before, but now it should be much more apparent what the hell's going on. For a quick overview, these centrifuges over here take in the ore, and they spit out either a 235 or a 238, either a light piece or a dark piece. The light pieces, despite their abundance on the screen right now, are actually extremely rare. They're hard to get out of these in this certain enrichment process here. Just straight uranium processing is what these are on. This process over here, which takes light and dark chunks, is the Carvex, some Russian dude enrichment process that takes in 40 of the 235 and 5 of the 238 and just creates one more 235 for the cost of 3 238s. Essentially, these make a whole shit ton of 235. Now, this entire setup is built around giving me a big surplus of 235. Mainly, you can see it here. This is just a small circuit network allows me to maintain enough of the 235 to power my nuclear setup, which I have expanded the power capabilities of. Nothing major there. It's just more of the same. I also changed... Uh-oh, that's not a good sound. Did you destroy a turret? Nope, they're repairing. I also changed this box here to a requester chest, so it's never going to run out of iron plates, so we're fine there. Yeah, so this whole thing just generates excess 235. It will not, by its design, run itself out. It will not burn itself out. Now that it's started, it produces a whole bunch, and this is all excess. I can take everything out of this chest, and this thing will run just perfect. But this is how this is supposed to look when it's all done. I showed you last episode, or maybe the episode before that, what I did here, but now you see it working in full operation. And also, it's a good way to show you how much uranium ore we actually use now that everything's working. Very, very little. Which means this patch of uranium ore down here, down, there it is. 2.2 million is it's more than enough. I could not touch that patch and power everything that I want to do for a while now. Easily. Very easily, actually. So, let us, okay. We have to do something this episode that I didn't want to do. I debated doing this off camera, but I'm gonna have to do it on camera. Also, we got destroyer drones, destroyer capsules. These are little drones. See them? There? Destroyers? Yeah. Those are nice. Those have saved me about 6 times now in the process of clearing out biter nests, and they're fast too. They can keep up with vehicles. Look at them. They're so cute. I'm putting off what I have to do. This is an obligation at this point. This is not for fun. This oil setup here. I was debating doing it off camera. I'm not going to do it off camera. I have to show you guys what this is, because I never properly went over the oil setup before, so... Oh, before we do that, though. No, what I was going to do earlier, real quick. Really quick. Let's make... do I have a chem plant in my inventory? I do. Give me this chem plant right here. Switch this over to... Shit, it's not on the chem plant? I guess it's not on the chem plant. I guess I'm retarded. Was it on this? Ah, there it is. Rocket fuel. We can build rocket fuel. See, it just takes solid fuel. Just takes solid fuel, which I have 50 of in my inventory, and turns it into these things right here. You'll notice the vehicle acceleration value is 180%. If you look at solid fuel, it's only 120%. There's a chart that shows all these fuels in the trains and what their respective bonuses are. There's a hidden bonus there that is vehicle top speed. I think it only pertains to trains, but it could very well pertain to vehicles as well. I don't know. But the rocket fuel provides, it's the penultimate fuel. It's almost perfect. There is one other kind of fuel that we can get, which if I take, I think I only need one of those. I'm not sure. Right here. There it is. Nuclear fuel. Yeah, it only requires one rocket fuel, and we need to make it in a centrifuge, which I just happen to have a bunch of because I had to beef up this process to get it working. Okay. You know what? We can actually just leave that. Can we leave that right there? Nah, I really don't want to leave that right there. Fucking bullshit. Why don't you just go ahead and make... What the fuck? My drone exploded. Well, we'll just have this guy make nuclear fuel. This is out of the way just because it's out of the way. It's not going to really do anything else. So we'll grab some of that. We'll grab, I don't know, 30 of these. Take note that this chest contains a whole fucking shit ton of potential energy, right? Like, there's enough energy in this chest right here to power this base for another couple hundred hours of playtime, which, I should note, if I save the game, you'll see right here, I have 48 hours on this map. 48 hours of playtime on this map alone. So that just goes to show you how much I don't actually, well, show you. Most of it being meaningless bullshit. Okay. Let's throw that in there. We'll make us one... Let's make a couple nuclear fuel cells, just for the sake of my personal vehicles. And I think I said it before, but if I didn't, these nuclear fuels take up one entire slot. They do not stack. Much like the cannon shells, and I guess it goes with the endgame stuff. I think satellites are like that as well, but they may not be. Maybe they're not. Don't quote me on that. They're spendy. I mean, these things, I can't state how expensive this 235 is. I can't overstate how expensive it is. There's so much cost in that. Like I said, I spent 3 hours getting this thing primed and ready, because these guys require a lot of micromanagement until this is all up and running. At least in my setup they do. Maybe some other ones set up are better. I don't know. I'm still putting off what I want to, or what I need to do this episode, what I'm obligated to do. So, what we have to build today... fucking oil processing. Seeing as we have no oil processing whatsoever, or we have no oil whatsoever, we have to build ourselves a big liquefaction plant. You'll notice I flipped all this over to blue belts, and I flipped to stack inserters along unloading the train car. I don't know if I showed this in detail yet or not, but it's the same setup that I've used everywhere else. Nothing fancy. However, we will be using this. Wow, that uses an entire red belt worth of coal, huh? How many machines do I have over there making? Say a dozen? Does a dozen sound good to you guys? Yeah, I don't like how I've got them set up over there, so I went ahead and made this in advance. Don't mind it. I'll go over it, don't worry. It's really not that fancy. Okay, now we have to figure out how the hell we're gonna bust this piping section. I'm gonna build it right here. It should be out of the way enough for our drop-offs on our ores up there. I think, yeah, we'll be fine. But I do need to have a decently big enough area and relatively close access to coal. Let's make the outputs on the outside of this line, and let's do a 2 wide line like this, I think. Yeah. Let's do a 2 wide line like that. We'll flip this one over and put it in a similar spot. And that makes 12. Holy nutsacks, Batman. That is a lot of refineries. That is a lot of piping, and that used up... I'm surprised I had enough resources to build that, to be honest with you. Fuck me, right? Cool. Okay. Let's go ahead and power this monstrosity that I hope I never have to walk through ever in my lifetime have to walk through, hopefully. Never, ever. I should also say that 6 refineries like this is not going to take a full belt of coal. Blue coal, anyway. I don't think 6 refineries is going to take a full blue belt of coal. But, well, shit, let's find out, huh? Do I want to split this off? No, I don't want to split this off. Let's do this like this. And then we'll have a splitter right there. There we go. Now, I don't know, the reason I said this is rebuilt, by the way, I guess I should mention this first, is because this uses blue fast inserters. The other setup over there uses red handle inserters, the long ones. The long ones are slower. Not insignificantly slower, actually. They're quite a bit slower. Is this, the fact that one of these is off a little bit, gonna annoy anyone? Do I need to fix that before someone gets mad? No? We're all good about that? Okay. Coal liquefaction, if you please, spin that over to that, and I can hit shift right click. Yeah, shift right click and then just shift left click all these. Look at that. I'm learning new hotkeys. I'm so smart. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys, I'm so smart. So smart, I'm also out of underground belts, or underground pipes, fuck. Here we go. It's gonna run out of gas, gonna flip over to nuclear. Yeah! Holy shit. What a difference. You heard it right away, didn't you? Did you? Whoa, did you hear that? Jesus. Did you hear that? Oh my god. This car cooks now. It's fucking with the game. Woo! Look at me, fucking speed demon here. Woo! It's so much faster. Whoa! Oh, that's awesome. And that fuel should last, I mean, for all intents and purposes, 2 things of that fuel will basically last that car forever. Okie dokie, daidly, daidly, dokily, daidly. Okay, so, did I show you the inputs and outputs of this coal liquefaction process? I don't think I did, but let's see here. Do I have a boiler in my inventory? I do not. Let's make us a boiler. There we go. Let's not just make 1 boiler. Let's make 3 boilers, just to make sure that we have an... Okay, so these things... I should go over this before I explain why the hell I'm making a boiler. You'll see the input and the output sides of the factories here, right? The input side right over here, this little cloud here is steam, and this is heavy oil. On the output, you've got heavy oil, light oil, and petroleum gas. Is that right? I always get this one confused because of the picture, but you know, it is what it is. So basically, we need a way to get steam into these things. How we get steam into these, which thankfully they're all run along the same central pipe here, which... Oh, look at that. You know, if it's not one problem, it's another. I can't break this pipe out because the the belt's in the way. Of course it is. Why the fuck wouldn't it be? So we'll just break out this steam pipe here and send it up to... Let's build the boilers in. Boilers, where are you? Fucking boiler friends. Hello? Why do I not have there they are. Hi, boiler friends. You guys remember boilers, right? They're the quintessential component of steam engines. Yeah? No? Nobody remembers boilers? No. Well. We're going to set these guys up. They need to be able to get coal, so there needs to be a line behind them of coal. Oh, it's pretty tight, pretty compact setup, actually. Disconcertingly compact. It's fine. Set 3 of those bad mammer jammers down, and then... We'll go ahead and do something weird here. We're going to blue belt this coal. Like so. I know it's hard to see that that's a blue belt, but that is in fact blue belts. And then we'll break off a section of it that we blue belted and bring it up over here. Taking note that this isn't pulling off of the liquefaction line, so that has full access to a blue belt worth of coal. Did I not set these far enough back? Well, fuck me, right? They're not far enough back. Okay, I have another solution to this problem. The reason that area is green and not the sandy sand color of the sand around me. Where's my machine? There it is. We have here what's called landfill. It's what the name implies. It's landfill. Look at it. It's filling of land. So we can just make this a titty bit bigger. Making sure not to fill in our water pump there. And just fill in the land a little bit. There we go. A necessary component if you've ever played C-Block, which only the most veteran players would have played C-Block. I myself hate it because it's annoying. Well, I didn't think I grabbed that much landfill. Hey, there we go. It looks terrible, but it works. It's effective. That's... You retard. You did it specifically so you didn't have to do it like that. Dummy. Actually, let's go ahead and compact this down a little bit, too. And make it look a little bit nicer. We do need to feed water in here. So we need to make sure we stay out of the way of that water gate. Scandal like that. There we go. So we'll feed that thing water. Thusly, has water, has coal. Well, it would have coal if I use my inserters here. Don't need 2 of those. Thank you very much. Like so. And we'll power those bad mammer jammers. Can I get all 3 of them? Oh fuck! Of course I have to use 2 power poles. Why wouldn't I? Well, it doesn't look great, but it whatever. It effect over prettiness, right? And we can just take the output of this. Ooh, that's... Actually, that's not how it's supposed to go. Hold on. Wait. Hey, there we go. Use my big brain here. We pipe the steam into the steam pipes in the center here, you'll see. They're filling up with steam. I know it's hard to tell because we're so far out and it's probably compressed all the shit. Bye, drones. And then we make sure we add all of the steam pipes to this. Oopsie poopsie. And I'm just now realizing this can't be an underground pipe, which means that has to be like that. Unfortunate, but hey, you know, it's the way this setup's gonna have to work. I could have backed that off a little bit, but space savings over here isn't going to matter too terribly much. The other input is heavy oil, and we should probably actually combine those down. Should we do it on this side? I'm thinking, yeah. That's the reason these things haven't started running yet, is because they require heavy oil to start the process to produce heavy oil. What I mean by that is you look at the products, you get 35 heavy oil, 15 light oil, and 20 hydrocarbons, whatever the fuck that shit is, petroleum gas. It requires 25 heavy oil to start, so you get 15 heavy oil out of these things in the process of making it. So they don't use heavy oil, they produce it, they just require it as a startup product. So we have to find a way, if I can find this output pipe here. We'll just grab both of these heavy oil pipes. That's going to be a little bit of a mess, but that's alright. And we'll throw a tank over here. We'll back that up actually a little bit. Actually, we'll back that up a lot a bit. Let's build something else before we throw that in there. We need to build a pump. So, much like the heavy oil, much like the nuclear setup, these guys require heavy oil to work, and they also produce heavy oil. So, essentially, we can make it... Oops, that's the wrong button. We can make it so that they don't run out of heavy oil to use to make more heavy oil. That I don't know what you would call that, a hard stop. We make it so that they can't unintentionally stop themselves from working by using too much of a product. Or by, inversely, me using too much of a product to make something else and them not having enough stuff to start. How we do that, though, is fairly simple. This is the heavy oil output on the top here. So we take that, we grab our little pump that we have right here. Pumps will only let the fluid flow in one direction. So if we have the output, we put the output into a tank like that. Realistically, we could just use pipes here because pipes do hold a certain amount of fluid. But I like to be able to see what my heavy oil is doing. So, you know, you just have to know that you have heavy oil in the system at a glance, and you can't do that with pipes. So we put a pump. It only flows one way. It'll fill this container up, which will feed the entire network of refineries the heavy oil. But it only goes up to 25K. Once it reaches 25K, this can no longer pump into this tank, and it will just feed the rest out into the production line. Like I said, this is one way, and the way that pipes work with the slowness of the fluid, this will always get fluid, and it'll always fill this tank. Not necessarily taking priority, but all the lines have a set amount of fluid in them at any given time, and given that this is a drain of that fluid, it will always be pumping into this tank, regardless of how much we're outputting or using. So we're not going to run out at any point, thanks to that little tricky setup right there. There's a way to do that with circuits and stuff. It's not really worth it. I much prefer the analog counterparts. Okay, let's look at this here real quick. Oh, I can start this process, BT dubs. I happen to get myself these 5 heavy oil barrels here, so if we just we pop down this machine right here, power it, and spin it to, say, empty heavy oil barrel. Yeah, see that? And we put it on the heavy oil line, and then we throw in these heavy oil barrels. Boomski boomski, we get heavy oil in the system. Now, it's not much heavy oil. I don't know that it's enough to start up the entire network. It was 50 units. But it will start one. Once one starts, it'll put more heavy oil into the system, you know. Feedback loop. It'll just continue to put more into the system. You'll see them starting up sequentially, actually. Surprisingly enough, sequentially. You can tell they're working by the flame burning, which may be hard to see, by the way. But you can see the flames burning on the top 3 there. Now, ideally, this should start all of them once we get enough heavy oil in the system. And this should be taking all the heavy oil and pumping it into this tank here. Did I ever connect the heavy oil on the bottom side? Did I ever do that thing? Let's look. Oh, hey, look. Whamo did a stupid. What do you know? Fucking par for the course. There you go, bottom side. You guys can have some heavy oil, too. And we all starting up. Everybody burning oil. Everybody, well, burning coal, actually. Liquefying coal, I suppose, would be the proper way to say that. Everybody's good, though? Everybody producing? We're all happy? Now, because we're blocking all these output lines, it won't fill this tank. It'll stop producing before it fills this tank because it's blocked on every other route. Granted, like I said, pipes do hold a lot of fluid. Now then. Excuse me, nuclear-powered car. Get out of the way. Oh, it's so fast. Woo! Woo! I just want to drive this thing around. This thing's awesome. Yee, boy! Yeah, I'm going to get hit by a fucking train. At some point during this LP, I'm going to get hit by a train, and it's going to be great. Hit me, train. I dare you. I dare you. I am pretty good about watching the tracks. Here comes one. Here comes one. Oh, he turned into the station, you tricksy bastard. You fooled me. You fooled me. All right, sorry. Ah, fuck. I'm putting off what I wanted to do. Actually do this thing and remove that stupid heavy oil production. Get that out of there. Big old fucking cancerous wart on the top. I suppose we just treat it like a main bus. Right? I mean, treat it like these are the badabadoo, like furnaces. Treat it like these are the furnaces, and this is going to be the main bus feeding out. This is why I sit there and stare at my setups for so long before I actually say that part's good. There's always something I don't see, partially because I'm an idiot, and partially because, you know, this game has fairly complex things. If you don't use them all the time, it's kind of hard to understand what's going on at a glance. Okay, alright, that's much better. Now this tank has 4K, sorry again for the small size, but the right side of the screen you see what's in the tanks. The tank in the top right here has nothing, 100 units in it, which is basically just pipe level. The bottom of the pipe level, keeping the pipes full amount. And the tank over here that's feeding the entire system has about 5K in it. So that means the entire system is being fed fine. And everything is working as it should. Okay, so that's a dozen plants. This is why I have the wiki open, coincidentally. We're going to use circuit networks now, because this is the one place where you kind of have to use them. We're also going... No, we're not going to shut down the other production yet. This will be using up doubly the amount of coal that I normally would be. 2 blue belts worth almost, actually. Look at that. Why is the top side moving faster than the bottom side? Because you're not producing anymore. What happened, guys? Is there something I did not connect? We will also pop the end connectors of that pipe. Yeah, take note of that. Is everything connected correctly? I'm gonna pop off the end connectors of these outside pipes so that they don't feed back into something else accidentally. That's not one that I wanted to do. That one's needed. Get back on there. There we go. See, little minor tweaks that you kind of have to do when you first start up. Why is the bottom side not burning constantly? What's going on here? We're loaded up on light oil. Okay, that's what's happening. We're loaded up on light oil on the bottom side because of what? No, you still can use light oil. Light oil there. You guys are all fed with... You have 100 light oil. Is this too far of a run? Is that too far? Is that what's going on here? That most assuredly is what's going on here. A-da-boopsie, a-da-boopsie. There we go. Now you guys no longer have a whole shit ton of light oil, and the entire thing should be working. Again, sitting there staring at it for a minute to resolve any stupid human errors I may have made. Also make sure that it's not pulling that entire blue belt worth of coal, which it is not, noting that it's at full production right now because it's still filling up these tanks up here. So this is as if it were being fully produced. Yeah, we're fine. I didn't think it would pull a full blue belt worth of ore, and it doesn't look like it is. You can see how fast it's moving? Just barely not a full belt. We might want to line balance this. Nah. It should pull evenly from both sides. That thing all sorted out. That is workable. That all works. I could blueprint this and sell it on the blue market. What the fuck? What am I even talking about? Now then, like I was talking about, we need to get our cracking running for our heavy oil right here into light oil right here. So we need to pull it off the bus, first off. Let's go up a little bit. Oh, I should probably put connectors on this too. Let's go up to about, I don't know, right there. Right there? Look good to you guys? Looks good to me. We will pop the heavy oil off the bus, and we'll bring it back to about right here. Then, we will take our machines, trying to do this like you would for just like for the regular factory using the main bus style. Grab this guy. Do we want to point it upwards? Let's point it down, because there's one other heavy oil product that we're going to be using. And I should check the ratios on that, actually. Let's just set up 2 cracking machines. Okay, so those 2 will crack heavy oil into light oil. We'll do that like so. We'll shift right click, shift left click. Okay, all right, you guys need water too. I forgot they needed water. Actually, we can add water to the bus. Is that a dumb thing to do with pipes? Is it stupid to add water to this? Okay, so it's a good thing I have this little gap here. Let's add 1 pump worth of water. Add water to the bus, keeping my 3 pipe spacing, I should say, so I can properly break it off when I need to. And then we will break that off right there, I think. Yeah? Yeah. Should work. There we go. There we go. Water. Okay. Got water. Let's go ahead and break it off the main bus now. Break water off. Need water there. And we need water there. Okay. Do you see what I'm going for, though? Oh, well, we can't have that middle pipe there, can we? Get that middle pipe out of there. Can't do that either. Hold on, brain is turning. Spanky thinky. Don't pack 2 machines next to each other that can work like that. Okay. Noted. Gotta leave a little gap. Gotta have a little gap. A little love gap in between the 2. Shift right click, shift left click. Boomsy bamsy. That's how you do that. Sorry. Pardon my idiocy. Water. Oil. We didn't mix any products, did we? I don't think we mixed any products. I think we're good. So yeah, main bus, pull it over here. This cracks heavy to light. Again, how do we get this back out now? Do we want to put it back onto the main bus? I suppose it's not going to matter because there's not going to be anything else here pulling from anything. Actually, there might be light oil pulling to the right. No. Yes, no. I'm going to pull anything that uses light oil to the left and anything that uses hydrocarbons to the right because hydrocarbons. What is this actually called? Petroleum gas. Anything that uses petroleum gas is going to pull to the right. For simplicity's sake, anything that uses these two products is going to pull to the left. The light oil and the heavy oil, all the machines that use that will be to the left, which is only a few machines. So that's a long way of me saying, yes, we can pull, or put, I should say, the light oil back on via the bus. And that is actually light oil, right? Going back to light oil, yes it is, yes it is. Good, good, good. Put some power in this bitch. Well, that didn't work. Let's try that again. There we go, okay. The heavy oil machines have power. They'll be cracking light to heavy, which right now is not a bad idea. But we need to set up a little bit of a circuit here. How we do that requires me changing my setup a little bit because circuits require some kind of stopping feature, which is going to be pumps in this case, or some way to control the flow. Actually, I think I only need one pump. I can do this with one pump. Check this out. Okay, so we grab our little pumpy poo. We can put it on the input line to the heavy oil, since if they don't have heavy oil, they're not going to pump anything, obviously. And because I left enough space here, I was thinking ahead, not really. We just do that, hook the pump up to heavy oil, and we can power that like so. Does that power? No, of course it doesn't. Why would it? Let's clean up my power system a little bit here. Okay, so we got the pump hooked up to these guys, so if that pump stops, these stop cracking. Alright, so that's its own little thing. We don't touch that. Or as in, we don't change any configuration there. What we do is build ourselves some red wire here. Let's just build 10 red wire. Grab the red wire, we can throw it on this tank here, and attach it. Oh, well, it doesn't reach the pump, doesn't reach that. We're gonna need a power pole in between the two. Fuck! Didn't want to have a whole bunch of power poles running down this goddamn line. We can probably centralize our power distribution here, huh? Make that look a little bit prettier. Please? Fuck! There we go. Okay. Now we can run a red wire from this tank here to this power pole here, clicking on the base of the power pole, notedly. It doesn't quite reach the pump, so we'll click it to that power pole and then to the pump. Okay, so we've got a red wire, a wire that carries data running from this pump over to the storage tank. So we can click on this pump here, and you see have a circuit network connection, connected network 8, nothing major, mode of operation enable, disable. We can set a condition. The condition is based on the contents of that tank. So if we go over to wherever the hell the heavy oil is in here, there it is, heavy oil, we can set the quantity. We need heavy oil greater than to enable this? Yes, because if we have too much heavy oil, we want to crack it down. So if heavy oil is greater than, that tank holds 25K, so do we want to keep a median value, say 15K? 15K. If that heavy oil is greater than 15K, enable that pump. Bingo, bango. That's our heavy oil situation sorted right there. Alrighty daddy, if we break out now the light oil again, we're going to have to put breaking light oil down into hydrocarbons. I'm going to scoot this up a little ways. Say like right there. We'll also bring the hydrocarbon line out here. Is it hydrocarbon? Why do I keep calling it stupid shit? Petroleum gas. I need to remember that's actually called petroleum gas, for fuck's sake. Now, light oil is going to be cracked into petroleum gas. Remember the name this time. So we need to bring this off the bus. Okay, sorry, this requires more thinking than I thought it would actually. Why is that not marked as petroleum gas? This here, with my alt. It's weird. Interesting. Maybe because you can see it through the window. I don't know. It's purple. We want to have, how many chem plants do we want here? This is the one where we need a lot, actually. So let's make, say, let's put 4 in here. Yeah, I'll put 1 in, and let's look at the cracking here. Okay, so you'll see it takes in water on the right, so be careful about that one. And we leave a 1 gap in between them. We're going to have 4 of them. For safety's sake, in case our other production, like plastic and sulfur that uses petroleum, or uses, yeah, petroleum gas, whatever the hell that shit's called, gets loaded up, we will have a way to crack it down into, or I'm sorry, the stuff that uses light oil, like lubricant, gets loaded up, we'll have a way to crack it down. Jesus, getting all sorts of confused here. It helps if the person who's explaining it doesn't get confused about what the hell he's talking about. Shift right click, shift left click, bring all those up to the same task. So these things have water, they have light oil. Now we just combine all the outputs out and drag them back out onto the bus and put them into the petroleum gas line. I had to look, again. Okay, now we can do the same thing as we did for the For the heavy oil, set a condition on this, but these are going to be bouncy. Because, I mean, you're always going to have... You're going to need to have quite a bit of light oil all the time. So, and I'll notice this line is starting to get a little bit high for me. I don't want to have it go up too high. I guess I have quite a bit of room. Never mind. With spacing in this game comes organization, and I like this setup being as more organized than my other setup was, because my other setup was a fucking mess. Okay, let's run a wire. I think that we can run this into the same wire that we did here. I'm pretty sure we can put it onto the same network, and it's not going to hurt anything. God, I hope I'm not wrong. Okay. I suppose we could block the output or the input. It doesn't really matter. If it doesn't have one of these products or it has too much of the petroleum gas, it's going to stop working anyway. Yeah, so let's just block the water input. Doesn't really matter. Feed the power pole to the network. Okay, so we've got both these containers, light oil and heavy oil, on the same system. All these are on the same line, but I think that's okay because I'm pretty sure conditions don't change and it can read the contents of everything just fine. So we'll set you light oil enable disable. If light oil is greater than, in this case, I think we can just say 15K again. I think we can just say 15,000. I think that's fine. Yeah? Yeah, it's fine. What are you at right now? You're at 17K. So you should be working. Well, no. We're loaded up on petroleum gas. So they're not working because they have nowhere to put the finished product. Okay. That works. Super glad I bust water, BT dubs. That makes a lot of sense. So we have another use of our light oil, and that's going to be making solid fuel. So let's make our solid fuel assembly. I think I know what I want to do. Let's make 5 of these. My math tends to be off, and I tend to miss numbers a lot, but I think we're okay here. Need to make a few more chemical plants here, because we're going to need a number of those. Now these I can smash up against this, for the most part, because these are going to belt away their contents. So we go 1, say, they only take 1 input. 5. Pretty sure they only take 1 input. Should we go 6 for good measure? 6 for good measure. Fuck it. We could also circuit network these if we wanted to. I'm pretty sure they all run the same. Fuck, I'm out of pipes. Pretty sure they all run on the same network, on the same fuel. Actually, we can just look. Make you into solid fuel, yes. So they only require light oil for solid fuel. So essentially, I don't have to worry about that. They all, as far as inputs are concerned, they all take the same input. So I can just drag a straight pipe across the back. Pull our light oil off the bus. There we go. This is just like a regular bus too, like a belt bus. There is a limitation to how much fluid can flow through these pipes. I don't think we're going to be anywhere near it, but there's entirely a possibility. It's entirely possible that we will reach that limitation on some of the petroleum gas items. I don't know, especially with the new update coming here in the next few months. But we're just gonna have to cross that bridge when we come to it. It may require us installing pumps somewhere along this line. Not really a huge deal. Okay, so there's 6 solid fuel makers right there. That should be equivalent basically to 2 of these as far as amount of light oil used. So in theory, these can run and these will kick on only half the time that they would have normally have kicked on, right? Everybody follow me? Assuming full production, that we're using all the products that come out. In the time it took me to set up that network, it essentially used every bit of heavy oil in the system that was on this side of the network. Now, because I have this pump over here, there's still heavy oil in this container here, so these crackers can still run. Does that make sense? So that's why I set up this whole pump system over here, is so that there would always be heavy oil in the system, and there would never be something like that just drains all the heavy oil out because something else is loaded up, and then the system can't restart because there's no heavy oil, because these crackers need heavy oil to start producing more heavy oil. Hope that's clear. I tried to go over it. I know I can be confusing sometimes. I tried to go over it correctly, but you know. There is a couple more heavy oil machines that I want to set up here, actually. I'm going to put them along this line because we won't ever need more than this amount of heavy oil crackers. Yeah, we might actually at some point need more than that heavy oil crackers. And I'm noting right now that I can't move this over. I can't bulk up my assembly of oil given the way this is built. No, I can. I can put it over here. So we'll leave that like that. And I will produce, or I should say we will make a heavy oil product over here against what I said we were going to do earlier. I think this might be easier. Let's produce lube over here, which comes just out of heavy oil. That's all you need to make lube. I'm not using heavy oil for anything else. Okay, so similar to the solid fuel setup that we've got going over there for the light oil, these are the end product for any heavy oil, meaning that using all the heavy oil to create this product doesn't stop us from making anything else. It only stops us from cracking heavy oil into light oil. Okay, so we can produce all the lubricant that we want. Not necessarily free of charge, but there's without consequence. There's no downside. We won't run the network out of something else. We need to have a method of removing products from the bus as well, because they're going to be shipped off to somewhere else. Single train car running around the other side of the base. Sorry, I'm talking off mic. Considering we can train car this stuff with a very long, slow train car that just basically, if you look at the right side of the screen on the map, basically the train stop would come in here, like so, and then follow down around and then come in the bottom side of the base where the old oil production used to be once I strip all that out, and it would drop off oil products, plastic, lubricant, and lubricant. Are those the only two oil products? This might be a little bit longer of an episode, BT dubs. We're going to do all that stuff. I'm going to finish this oil production in this episode, so we might be here for a little bit. With a lot of me thinking about what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, sorry. Taking care to leave room to create more machines if we need to. I don't think we will. Probably won't have to make more machines, but you never know. Okay. So one storage tank should not bottleneck the network. We'll do a storage tank on the output, and a storage tank next to the train car with a pump, so that the train car one is always full. Yeah, that should work. Okay. I think I know how I'm going to do that. All right, that makes sense. So the end product for everything that I've got being produced over here is solid fuel, explosives, turrets, batteries, electric engines, and flying frames. Okay. No, flying frames are not part of that. Electric engines are part of the flying frame assembly, which requires lubricant. Okay, so we got the lubricant, which takes care of the electric engines. We're definitely going to bring over plastic and lube on the train. Sorry if this is boring. This is like fucking following a meeting at work. You're like sleeping and writing fucking fancy doodles in your notebook. You know what? Let me cut this out. I'm going to go over to me actually on the line making stuff. I think I know what we're going to do. All right, we're going to train lube, sulfur, and plastic. Lube, sulfur, and plastic we're going to train over to the main bus, because the production of things like batteries and the explosives both require additional things from the bus added, mainly plates. So either we bring that stuff over there, or we bring plates over here. This way we can only have one train running and bring the stuff over there. Over there being the main bus that we have all the items running on. The reason we can do plastics over here is because plastics only require coal, and we have very easy access to coal with the drop-off right here. It doesn't require a lot of lining. Just for the sake of keeping things a little bit more simple. So that's a 3-car train. Alright, it all makes sense. So we need sulfur. I said before, lube, sulfur, and plastic are what we're going to put on the train. So we need to make sulfur. Sulfur comes out of petroleum gas. I remembered. Sulfur comes out of petroleum gas, and because it's an item that we can just belt it over there. Let's look at what sulfur requires as far as amounts of petroleum gas. We're going to have a lot of petroleum gas. So let's go ahead and... I've only got one machine producing sulfur over there, and it doesn't seem to use a whole lot. So let's just go ahead and use 2 machines making sulfur. These do require water, so they're a double product. Need to have a space there. Alright, there is water and petroleum gas pulled off the bus to the sulfur machines, and here is power to the sulfur machines. They produce a good amount of sulfur. So we got lube, we got sulfur, now we need plastic, and to figure out where the train network's going to go. I decided a little bit ago to make plastic down here. Whether or not this is a good decision, I don't know. Basically where the car is going to be here. For the ease of busing the coal, I think this makes a little more sense. Let's build 4. I've got 2 over there right now running on speed modules, which are 90% boost to speed. I think 90%. Oh, fuck. Don't quote me on that. Meaning that 4 of these would be similar to the output that I've got going over there. Slightly higher, though. Let's build these guys. Plastic, by the way, if that wasn't clear. Let's build the plastic. Plastic require anything else? No. Okay. So we can just stack the machines one after the other like that, no problem, because all it requires is the petroleum gas right here, and then we can just do the simple thing of dragging a line of pipes along the back. Alright, there's full inputs on those. Then we need to get the coal to them and extract the plastic. We could do a weave. That would work. Or we can do long handle inserters for the coal. What's the cycle time on you? Wow, it only takes 1, and it requires 1 coal, meaning it'll stack up. Even with long handle inserters, they can insert more than 1 a second. So there's more plastic being output of each of these machines than is coal being put in, meaning that we want to have the coal on the long handle inserters and plastic on the fast inserters. Now, like I said, I don't like long handle inserters. I really don't. But in this case, I think we'll be okay. I don't like them because they're slow. They're slower than they need to be, I think. Coal will come in on this far line here. Alright, there's our coal. Okay. There's our plastic output. Okay. Check, 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 check. That is plastic taken care of. Right? Yep, everything's producing. It's normal. Everything's fine. Getting power on it. We're all good. And I think that's our oil assembly right there. I think that's how that's going to work. Looking at it for a moment, like I said, making sure that nothing stupid is going on that I need to be aware of. Shit, I guess we'll find out. There's only one way to know if the ratios are correct or even close to correct. I will leave a bit of a gap here so we can add more plastic if we need to. And then we'll run this up here. That like that. Now we need to build a train network so we know where we're running all these lines. Okay, right. So we have this handy dandy blueprint book. Wow, look at the size of that thing. Just use this. This being the standard just T intersection that we've used everywhere else. I know it works and it doesn't seem like it has any problems with it. So if we take it from here, it'll have to go up and loop around to the left, mind, as far as input is concerned. We can't loop it back around to the right because it would have to cross over itself. So if we have to loop it to the left, we need to make it above where we want to have the train pick up. Remembering that we're going to have the iron up there at some point. Think something like that. I think that's going to work. Now we build ourselves as close of a loop-de-loop as we can here. Maybe not quite that close. Actually, we can probably bring it out just a little bit. This is real close to that line. Kind of gives me the willies. Okay, that should be far enough away from the line. Hopefully. And far enough to loop it around. Again, hopefully. Always a fight to make these goddamn train things. Okay, well, ugly as it is, the little teardrop design there might just work out fine. Okay, so the entrance is on the top side there. So we want a signal on the top side. Whoopsie. Helps if I actually grab the train signals and drop it this far down. Is that going to be enough room? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to make it just a smidgen longer. Yeah, that was fairly easy to do. Fuck me. I like it when shit works out. Okay, so we'll put it this far down. That's fine. We'll throw in our train cars here. Do I have locomotive? I do have a locomotive. That's fucking nice. That right there. And I'm just now remembering that I didn't put a fueling station on my car that's going around destroying biter nests. I wonder how much fuel it has left. Oh, fuck it. So, plastic, sulfur, lube. Only one of those is a fluid and it's in the middle. We're not going to have that happen like that. We're going to put the fluid wagons on the back. So I want 2 plastics, 1 sulfur, and the lube, which is a fluid wagon. Do I want 2 sulfurs? Nah, I think 1 sulfur would be fine. We do have the room, though. I can always upgrade the train later if I need to. And here is our lubricant right there, hopefully. Hopefully that actually puts it in the train car. I should power this. I'm only going to power this because sometimes sometimes the pumps are finicky when attaching to train cars. They like to, well, not attach, basically. So we'll just power this entire setup here and take a look at how that works. There's the entire setup powered, and you'll notice it did attach, so that's good. We'll throw another tank in here. And do I want to do another pump? I said initially I was going to. I don't think it's strictly necessary, because that will pull, this pump here will pull all the lubricant from this tank here, strictly speaking, so it should be fine. These tanks will maintain the same volume. They will have the same amount of fluid in them. So if I have 30K worth of fluid in this line, each of these tanks will have 15K or 14 and change if you count the pipage. But so I mean, if the fluid's all in the tank here, it can instantly fill this train car. Instantly being about 3 seconds. It will take it about 3 seconds to dump 25K from this tank into this train car if everything is in this tank. If everything is split between these 2 tanks, it takes significantly longer. Although I don't think that's going to matter. I guess we'll see when it comes down to usage of stuff, but yeah, I think it should be fine. And that's the train car. Set up. There we go. Okay, so that train's fueling. This is actually syncing all of our products now, hopefully, which means that we should see full production over here. We do indeed see full production. Look at our balance here. Not maintaining any heavy oil. Just going to watch this balance for just a moment, just to make sure everything's good. Lubricant's going to be low for the beginning part here because we have to fill this 25K tank over here with heavy oil. And given that each one of these only outputs 15 units every cycle, it doesn't really produce a lot of heavy oil. As inefficient as coal liquefaction is as a process. I can, if I need more production, put speed modules into these things. I'll take 3 speed modules apiece, which with 3 speed modules it puts, yeah, 90% increased production. So basically I could double this 12 into 24. Maybe something more like 20, given that it's 90%. Which may be necessary. I'm not going to do that right now. We'll keep these unmoduled for the moment. let's let everything just balance out so we can see what our actual usage is here. That's what I said last time, isn't it? Disregard me. Got solid fuel on this train. Let's go build the adjacent train stop and wipe out everything that we have in the oil production over there, including the field. Taking note not to get hit by this train. Hi, train. How you doing, buddy? There you go. Get on out of here. Get on out of here, you little scamp. Oh, man. Look at this thing. Just look at it. Look at this monstrosity. Holy crap in a cracker. All right, well, we're going to shut down production of basically everything. I'm going to leave the battery assembler and the turret machine down there. No, I'm not. I'm going to move those fuckers. I don't like them there. They're going to move. All of this is going to move. I will pick up the things that I want in my hands with just the simple deconstruct, because that will save me from sending these things to the logistics network, which I don't want to do for some stuff. Alright, home stretch, home stretch. I pushed this rail out a little further along the bottom of the base, and we should have our normal T-intersection blueprint here. Let's grab this bad boy right here. Do I want to leave more room for nuclear power? Nuclear power? Let's not. To be honest. I think I might have to rebuild that reactor at some point anyway. So this is just fine. Do that. Bingo bango. Put her all together, boys. What, am I out of rails? I'm not. What? Why is that not rail? Why there not rail there? What? Okay. I guess I'll just... The fuck? What is in the way right here? Oh. I see how it is. You're waiting for drones from the network to get in here. Pfft. Network drones. Oh yeah, this is a terrible idea. Oh, this idea will go down as the most terrible of ideas. Why? Because I'm going to walk into this fucking train, is why. I'm going to walk into this stupid train. Okay, I made a blueprint here. Check that out. That is the loop from the nuclear, or the, I'm sorry, the nuclear. From the uranium loop we got going on over there. And we can just slap her down right there, so we don't have to worry about turnaround radius. Look at that. No more fucking ducking with that shit. Oh, look at there. So it will fit 5. That'll fit 5 cars on it. Excellent. And then we can do a little thing here. I can put signaling in here, so if I need to run a separate train on this track, I can. But I want to break up a signal down here too. You know what? No, that's probably not necessary. Let's just put another signal like right here, and that'll make it so another train can pull in here and stop. You probably can make it so 2 trains can pull in here and stop. Not that it's strictly necessary, but that means that nothing is going to smash into the back of this thing. Or worse off than that, nothing is going to sit right in that intersection if it's waiting to come in here. So if I need to put 2 trains on this track, I absolutely can. I don't think that's going to be a necessity, but you never know. I mean, I might have to put 2 trains on here. What color did I make the other stop? Does anyone remember? Hey, Starry Night. Nice, that's a name. All products drop off. All products drop off right there. Right there, all products drop off and drop off them all products. And I can do this here with this train over yonder. I can add the stop of pickup. And because we don't really have a way to measure this quite yet, I haven't really thought about it. Let's just say until it's full, we can add... I'm adding the stops, by the way. That was the pickup stop. We just say till it's full, which isn't realistic given this setup. And the drop-off can be oil empty, till it's empty, which isn't realistic again. But I'm doing this so the train can automatically drive itself over here. So I don't have to walk over there and get it and come back. You know what? We'll just let it stop. Pop it into manual. Fuck you, train. Going into manual. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but you know what? Kind of boxing myself into a corner here. That's alright. Should be fine. So, okay. I have the, for the first thing we're going to bring off your plastics, this is the input of plastics that we were using before. It pulls it off to the red circuit assembly and puts it on the bus. We can, if we blue belt up to it, leave it on red belts on there and blue belt up to it, it basically makes it so that the blue belt is split between those 2 red belts. If I were to red belt it up there, it would be less throughput. So I'm just going to leave it on a blue belt for the extraction, as if I would use red anyway. Build our usual extraction setup. Like that. Oh, I never really clarified on this setup here. So it's an even... I'm going to power these so they're not fucking blinking at us. It's kind of hard to tell here, but this is essentially what I've got going on here. And whenever an inserter is placed straight up and down... don't mind that it's a stack inserter. It will place on the right side of the belt that's going away from it. If the belt were coming into it, coming down like this, it would take from the left side. So it places on the right, takes from the left. Does that make sense? Shouldn't. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But essentially this setup here makes it so that you get a full side of each. So you get 3 inserters placing on either side of the belt when they come into each other on this belt here. going upwards. Yeah? So that's the logic behind that. When you've got all 6 inserters spaced evenly, when they're only one tile apart, you can't really do much about it. Just splitter that plastic output to bring them together. This will evenly distribute both these lines. So they're kind of yeah, does that make sense? And given how it's being used up there, that should be a fairly even distribution of it. Should come into the splitter and split very nicely. Yeah, you see that's way more than just half a red belt worth of plastic going through that thing. Yeah, a fun little thing to do, huh? So, sulfur. What are we going to do with sulfur? Sulfur needs to be brought up here and combined with an iron and copper line pull. So we could realistically do that over here, because we already have well, we actually have both of them coming off the line already right there. That was from where I was doing it before. I didn't think I would do it in the same spot, but I think I may. The niceness of blue belt undergroundies, they go super far, way further than the red ones do. So we can just smash these into a usual belt. You've seen me do that 100 times. Dual line that. And then, you know what, we're gonna actually move it over here. For the sake of organization, like so. Okay. I'm treading on holy ground here. I'm gonna have to make a new spot that I normally park my stuff. This isn't gonna work anymore, unfortunately. I was hoping I could keep this spot for a while, but it looks like I'm just gonna have to rebuild them all as well, which is fine, actually. There we go. Drag the sulfur up like that. No problemos there. Okay, now we need to tank the lubricant and put it onto the bus. Now, where is lubricant on the bus right now? It's right there. Well, that's water. Water being brought over here is butting up against the lubricant being taken out of here. That I can actually weave those belts if I really want to. I don't really want to, but I think in this case we might actually do that. No, you know what? Because of this little spot right here, we can pull it down a step. Good. So we can keep this, this being lubricant, away from that water. We can actually bring it up right alongside this belt. Now, the only problem with the underground pipes, when doing something stupid like this and bringing it across an area that you want to walk across, is that you can crash into these. You can hit underground pipes. You can't hit these things. These things, being the underground belt things, you can't hit them with anything like vehicles. The underground pipes, however, you can. You certainly can. There we go. Not the prettiest girl at the bar, but boy can she dance, hopefully. I should suck all that lubricant straight out. Yeah, oh my god, I actually emptied the cargo? Well, bye train. Go pick up some more. So in the time it took me to clear out that area there, we did max out on lubricant, so that's good. We will have lubricant in the line, which we will need. Make sure I connect all my pipes and I don't forget about any of them, which I tend to do. There we go. Lubricant in the line. Good on that. Alright. What else do we need in the line? We need sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid needs to be running up to my blue circuits. Blue circuits need sulfuric acid to run. As does my uranium mine, for that matter, which I have all but neglected for the last few minutes. Where did the sulfuric acid go? I just saw it. There it is. It's coming out right there. See it? You probably can't see it. I can fucking barely see it. Right here. This is a mess over here, isn't it? Alright. So we want to bust this out just a little bit. Oh, wow, convenient. Look at that. Like, fucking better to be lucky than good, right? I think we can just put that right there. Yeah, that should be fine. So we got lubricant out, we got plastic out. Those two are end products. Those are fine. Sulfur we're going to have to do stuff with. We're going to have to make that into sulfuric acid, which requires a chem plant. How do I want to point this? Like we're putting it back onto the bus. I like that. No, I want you to point up. Let's scoot it down just a touch. I had a thought. They happen every now and again. It hurts my brain sometimes when they do happen, but I get thoughts every now and again. Let's scoot that down. There's water, there's power. Is that all you need? No, you need iron plates. This is where I had the idea. Now, is this running down into the front of it? No, it is not. Okay, we can do what we did before. What we did before being underneath the belts. We'll do something with that in a second. Run that like that. Okay. So batteries require the sulfuric acid, iron and copper plates. All right. So I can set this in that copper line and run the sulfuric acid to it just like I did before. One line of batteries was enough, but I need to be able to break off the sulfuric acid to run it to the bus. Like so. Like so. And feed it some power. There's that. There's sulfuric acid. There's batteries. Batteries need to get over here somehow. Move the finished product, aka batteries, onto our bus via a fairly convoluted path of lines. There we go. Very nice, very nice. And we can erase this line here, because that's the old battery path. Yeah, this produces a whole shit ton of sulfuric acid. Like, really fast. Wow. Faster than I thought it would. Okay, so we can run this line and get sulfuric acid back on the bus. Oh, look at that. That's just That's just convenient right there. Bamski Bamski, that's back on the bus, baby. We should see... Oh, it looks like there's a little bit of backflow, so there was still sulfuric acid in that from, in the bus line from, not producing anything off blue circuits because of... Why now? Why wasn't blue circuit? Oh, because I didn't have any red circuits. Because our red circuit production was shut down because there was no plastic. Neat! We need him producing explosives. So it needs coal, sulfur, and water. That's actually fairly convenient. All things considered. Because we just happen to be sitting on this thing of water right here for the sulfur. I think I can put... Oh, hell yeah, I can. I can put two machines side by side with that. Gonna have to underneathy ways them in order to get the stuff to them. Should be water. Go ahead and set you over to explosives. Then we need to run the rest of this line over here. And put some inserters on there. Oh man. Oh man, this is going well. It's going real well. Coal, I need to be able to pull the explosives out of these things. Do an unfortunate little bit of long handle action. Put both those into passive provider chests. Just saving on belts and travel time on the red arms. It should just insert them right into there. Yeah? Yeah. Good to go. Okay. Okay, that's using everything there. We're using everything there. The train's been back a couple of times now, it looks like, because we have more lubricant. That's good. These situations aren't really making me very happy. Turret production. We're missing turret production, of course. Steel plate and electromechanical circuits. And given that we're this close to the mall, they need... What is it they need from here? They need batteries from here. Okay, that makes sense. But I think we can go ahead and forego the whole stupid trying to get crap to certain places. And just because of the complexity of this and where we're at, let's just throw batteries in a provider chest. Go ahead and block off the limits, or block off the amount that it can be put in there, so it's not just stacking this fucker full of batteries while, you know, ignoring the production line. Though I think it cycles, if you have two inserters on something pulling out, I think it goes back and forth between the two, so it evenly distributes them. I'm just going to watch it. Yeah, so it does. So that's good. So we put the batteries in there. We can build a little turret machine out here. Little being the normal size of any machine ever. Put that right there. And do the normal thing. Have it requesting iron batteries and electronic circuits. We can probably tone down the amount of batteries it's requesting. Because I don't think the recipe uses all that many. It's a fairly slow creating recipe, too. I guess it does use a dozen fucking batteries. Jesus Christ. Turrets be expensive, yo. So we just build our turret machine out here in the spot where it should be. Limit that to probably 2 stacks. We don't need a whole fucking ass ton of circuits going on, or ass ton of turrets going on out here. It does produce them fast enough to not matter. And I've got fucking 4 stacks in there. That's cool. Wow, they really want these explosives. Good God. Did you see that? So many bots going for explosives. Well, this is double the output of what I had, so I mean, that's cool. Although, maybe it's not. I guess I had speed modules in my other ones, so this is similar to the output of what I had. Fucking red arms. God, I hate red arm inserters. Look at how slow they are. So slow. And look at how fast the blue ones are. Look at that one over there. Look at him. Look how fast he is. Watch. Ready? Ready? Watch how fast he is. Oh my God. So fast. Well, that's a fairly large mess. Let's fix our train conditions here real quick. Damn, that thing's got some brakes on it. Holy shit. You see how fast it came into the station? Oh my God. Alright, let's consider our conditions here by looking at what's in this train right now. Very little sulfur in here. Quite a bit of lubricant. Well, it's not going to leave because lubricant is stacked up. Because I have the cargo empty condition set on leaving this station. I guess I wasn't clear about how the conditions work, huh? It's pretty obvious when you set on automatic. You have the, you have which stations it goes to and what to wait for before it leaves the station. So as far as the drop-off is concerned, though, this is production right here. This is what we're going to be producing. I think we can base our condition on the plastic. I really do. Plastic seems like it's the only thing that's going to be even close to running out. I'm glad I shut off that other sulfur machine, actually. So yeah, let's use plastic as our condition. Fairly easy. We just add a weight condition here, and we'll say item count. The item we want to count is plastic. Plastic. We hold 2.5k per container, is that right? So plastic can't be less than 0. So less than or equal to 0. Am I standing on the train tracks? Make sure I'm not standing on the train tracks. So we can set this condition to less than or equal to 0. And then delete that one. So this way, once plastic empties... Oh my god. Once plastic empties out here, the train will leave. Simple as that. This one we can set a similar condition. We will go with plastic again, but in this case we will say greater than or equal to 5,000. Is that right? I guess we'll see when the train gets back, because it probably will be back fairly shortly. Okay, I think that should be us. Aside from throwing speed modules in those refineries down there, guys, that's us for moving this entire fucking mess of an oil production down into the wastelands over there. Look how neat that is. Look how neat and tiny that is. Oh my god, this is a long episode. Oh, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you stuck it through, hey, how you doing? I'm glad you did. Pretty fucking fun. I don't know. I enjoy the shit out of this. I love you much, and I'll see you in the next episode, yeah?